Good evening.
Good evening.
Oh, you know I'm from the South, so you have to make me feel like I'm in the house. So good evening, ladies.
Good evening.
We're the ones that have been drinking. I know you can get by. It is indeed my pleasure to be here tonight. There is nothing more powerful than the power of women, because we know how to do everything, don't we? If we don't know, we try to figure it out. The interesting thing I've been seeing lately is tool belts from Sears made in pink leather. So it either means the guys are off the hook or we're doing a better job of it ourselves. I know in the middle of the night or late in the evening when I have the opportunity, I love to watch those home improvement shows, don't you? You know, and you just keep thinking, well, how can they do that with $999 when it cost me $37,000 to do the same thing? But as I've been listening to these very inspiring ladies and had the opportunity to sit with them at the table and to meet the governor's wife, who is quite a phenom in her own right. Yes, I read about you, Miss Lady. Yes, I did. You have to know who you met, don't you? And I was born during a time when women were starting to challenge the status quo. I was born in 1954. Yes, I know, I look like I was born in 74. My son was born then. But I know that, for me, being a child, a teenager of the 60s, there was, power movements and everything. That's when women discovered themselves. I'm going to come down in a minute, folks, but, I have to lean for a while, because I did have one of those Bacardi things. I have to be sure that I can walk around once I get down. So I was born in 1954, raised at the time when people were burning their bras. I didn't burn mine because I hadn't started wearing one yet. I was around during the time when women were learning about their bodies, right? Many of you, let me just ask, how many of you have seen Whoopi Goldberg's latest comedy routine? Has anyone seen it? Well, let me tell you, she can be a little bit raunchy, but for ladies, you need to see it. She has named certain parts that will remain unnamed tonight because you guys are here. But we all have them and we sit on them. So she was just talking about going through those times when, women came into consciousness about themselves, and what did they do? Sometimes, especially if you're in California, because we know all Californians are crazy, and I'm sorry for any Californians here, but you are crazy. So there were people who in California might pay $25 to go to a women's consciousness raising thing. And what would you do? You pay $25 and then you get to sit basically in the lithotomy position. That's what you do at the gynecologist's office, ladies. And you would bring a mirror and get to see, the unveiling of the flower of your womanhood. While you were among friends. So, these are some transitions that we as women have gone through, and some of us have learned, and others of us have never looked down there and never want to. I really feel concerned for gynecologists. I think they must have trauma counseling there for over 30 days. Just too much. But anyway, moving on along, away from that tale. Oh, tale. Freud says you never say anything you don't mean to. But anyway, I was just going on to say, I wanted to do something maybe a little bit different for you. I hope that you don't mind me taking a little bit of liberties with what a keynote speaker generally does.